Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about grocery debt for middle-income Americans, Virginia, and the future. A survey from No Kid Hungry in Virginia needs way more attention than it's getting. It had a lot of the normal stats, but it broke down something in a new way. If you think food prices causing debt is just a problem for low-income people, it's time to think again. The survey was of more than 1,100 Virginians. The totally non-surprising stat? 84% of Virginians say grocery prices are rising faster than their pay. The surprising stat? 45% say their debt has increased due to food costs. Grocery debt. Yeah, that's a golden age. Home loan, car loan, grocery loan. Since many out there are pretending this isn't an issue, or that somehow having trouble buying food is a lack of character rather than a lack of cash, I'm going to focus at first on a group that isn't normally discussed in this conversation: middle-income Americans. The survey defined middle income as those making between $47,768 and $97,532. The question posed was, quote, "In the past 12 months, have you had to choose between buying enough nutritious food for your household and..." Respondents were told to select all that apply. I'm going to read the options, followed by the percentage of middle-income Americans that selected it. Saving for retirement, 44%. Paying for gas, a car repair, or transportation, 41%. Paying a utility bill, 35%. More than a third of middle-income Americans. Paying your rent or mortgage, 34%. Again, a third. Getting health care or medical treatment for you or your child, 30%. Saving for education expenses, 27%. None of these, 30%. Less than a third of middle-income Americans can afford their groceries. That's a broken society. I need you to hear me. Having to choose between rent and food is not a middle-class trait in a functioning society. As you might expect, the percentages for lower-income people who had to make the choice is higher in every category except retirement and education. And that's because of the phrasing of the question. Their percentages are lower because they didn't make the choice between saving for retirement or education, because many of them are in a situation where saving for retirement or education isn't an option in the best of circumstances. So, it's not a choice they had to make. Maybe this isn't the right time to cut SNAP. Maybe we should be expanding it. Just saying. And for those who think it's okay to cut because they've never needed it, how much more than $97,000 per year do you make? I'm willing to bet you're closer to $97,000 per year than you are to the billionaires who have trained you to think the poor don't deserve help. If you kick enough people off the bottom rungs of the ladder, you end up the person on the lowest rungs, and everybody is kicking at you. When reading some local news coverage out of Virginia about this, I saw a line that said one of the hardest hit areas is Southwest Virginia. That region is mainly made up of counties that voted 80 to 90% for the guy cutting SNAP. This focused on Virginia, but it's a nationwide problem. If you are not throwing some shelf-stable items into the cart, please consider doing so. Prices aren't likely to go down anytime soon. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.